Welcome to New Possibilities. I speak truth to power without fear. So I just got finished watching a clip that a YouTuber put up of Yvette Carnell talking about Beyonce's Black is King. I will put a link in the description box to that video so that you can see it for yourself. And I'm kind of glad that you have YouTubers that actually take time to watch these people's content and, put clips up because I don't have the time to watch, Yvette Carnell's long streams and all that kind of stuff. Uh, but when I watched this video, the first thought that came to my head was that Yvette Carnell is nothing but a coon, man. I mean, a lot of people may be like, wow, how could you say that? And I'm just going to explain why, man. And, I've done prior videos outlining my critique of this ADOS movement. In many ways, there's a lot of coonery in that movement. That movement, first of all, severs ties of African people in America to the motherland. And it makes us identify with our land of captivity. And our whole identity in this ADOS movement is centered around slavery. Our whole identity is centered around victimhood. Our whole identity is centered around begging our enemy uh, for these reparations. And many of these people in this ADOS movement, they identify with their white slave master more than they identify with their black brothers and sisters on the continent. And to me, that's very disturbing. To me, that represents the Coon Negro logic that a lot of people have. And, you know, the fact of the matter is, this is our land of captivity. That American flag represents our oppression as a people. Yes, we helped build this country, and this is our country. But let's be clear. That American flag is the symbol of our oppression. We were brought here to be slaves. It's like we have been in this prison called America for so long that we have accepted it as our home. We have to remember that this is not where our people come from. Our history doesn't begin with slavery. And that's one of the biggest problems that I have with this ADOS movement. They are, as far as they're concerned, our history begins with enslavement. We're not even Africans. We are considered Americans. Like, that's the primary thing that they identify us with, our land of captivity. And here you have a sister, Beyonce, creating a powerful visual album celebrating our African heritage. We had a heritage before that white man put us in slaves, in chains, and put us in these boats and brought us over here to America. We had a history. We had a culture. We had customs. We had our own religions, our own faiths, our own belief system, our own value system. We had our own history before this white man came and kidnapped us and brought us to America. But these people, like Yvette Carnell, want to ignore that history. They want to ignore that connection. They want to destroy Pan-Africanism, the idea that all African people need to unite and fight against their common oppressor. That kind of mentality perpetuates the oppression of black people worldwide. When you have black people dividing themselves up into these categories where you promote xenophobia and hatred of other black people because they come from other land, because they come from the continent or they come from the islands or something like that, all you're doing is dividing and conquering people. And when you perpetuate the idea that, we don't have ties or connections to Africa, you are cutting off black people's roots. A plant with no roots, severed from its roots, cannot survive. And that's essentially what these people are doing with this ridiculous, xenophobic, narrow-minded, hateful ideology of, this ADOS movement. It's teaching you not only to hate your brothers and sisters on the continent and brothers and sisters throughout the diaspora. Ultimately, it is teaching you to hate who you are and where you come from. The white man celebrates his European history, celebrates the greatness of all these European countries like Britain and Greece and Rome and all that kind of stuff. But here we are, the lost, ignorant Negro that's been programmed and brainwashed. We're taught to hate our motherland, to hate where we come from, to hate, our culture and all that kind of stuff. And that's the making of a slave. That's the making of a coon. And that's why I refer to this woman as a coon. I'm not saying that Beyonce is all this and that. I don't even follow Beyonce like that. But this album is powerful. That video that she put out is powerful. It promotes Black pride. It promotes pride in Africa and our heritage as a people. Our heritage isn't just linked to some slave trade. We're bigger than slavery. Slavery was an interruption of our history. But anyway, I just had to air this out. And you all have seen prior videos I've done on this subject. I did a video called, responding to her video saying Pan-Africanism is dead. It's like, this is the slave mindset. These people have more faith in their white slave master than they have in their own African brothers and sisters. They have more faith that this white man that held you in bondage for hundreds of years, this white man that Jim Crowed you for decades, this white man that still continues to disproportionately incarcerate you and implement laws designed to have harsher punishments against you, the same white man that's killing your brothers and sisters in the street every other day under a badge and color of law. You got faith that that white man's going to give you some reparations, but yet you don't have any faith in your brothers and sisters that have been there for our struggle despite all these lies told by these ADOS coons. People like Marcus Garvey, people like Kwame Ture, all these countless revolutionaries that have been a part of the movement. Kwame Nkrumah, Frantz Fanon, all these so-called people that aren't ADOS that have been contributing to our struggle as a people. It's time for us to move beyond the division. African people worldwide must unite if we're going to be free. And part of that comes with knowing who you are. Part of that comes from knowing about your real lineage that extends beyond the coast of this country. So anyway, those are my thoughts, man. Tell me what y'all think. Please rate, comment, subscribe, like the video, share the video, hit that notification bell so that you'll know when I post new content on here. Peace and blessings. Have a great day.